My name is Angela Garoni, and I'm a student at the University of South Alabama taking EDM 310 with Dr. Strange. And today I'm going to be interviewing Miss Jennifer Lane. Jennifer, will you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Jennifer Lane and I'm originally from Alabama. I taught in Mobile County for 11 years. I'm currently teaching in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is my second year to teach in Colorado and I teach second grade.
The content that we're going to be talking about today is just using technology in the classroom because that's not primarily, but a lot of what the course that we're taking discusses. And so let me start by asking, what are some ways that you use technology in your classroom and maybe that you see being utilized in your school and across the system?
At my school, we use a lot of Apple products. We have 5 iPads for every classroom. And then we also, all the teachers have MacBook Pros that we use. And we also have Apple TVs. So instead of using a smart board, we're able to AirPlay our MacBooks onto a large TV screen. And so we use that for PowerPoints and things like that. I use my iPads in my classroom for a center. The kids are able to go and do math apps and reading apps. Our fifth graders, we have 2 classes of fifth graders that have one-to-one iPads. Every student has an iPad, and they use it for every subject.
So
So that's
you don't have a smart board at all in your classroom?
no, I do
Really?
not.
That is so. Did you have to get used to that when you went?
Yeah, it was kind of hard because in Mobile County I had one for 4 years, and so it's different using the Apple TV. You can AirPlay your iPad, and so it's kind of like you're walking around with a slate. And so I can write on my iPad and use it like a electronic whiteboard, but it's still not the same as having a smart board.
So which do you prefer, the iPad or to the smart board?
I think the smart board is more interactive, and you can use it whole group in a way that you can't use the Apple TV. Whole group is, I mean, it's not as interactive. Having 5 iPads in the classroom is wonderful. I think the kids
Mhm.
like that, and they get a lot of hands-on interactive, practice with what we're working on, but I kind of miss the smart board.
Interesting, because I was almost thinking that maybe the kids would like the iPads more, but I guess if they each had one, that would be a different ball game too. Um,
Right.
what are some apps that you're using or some programs that you're using with your second graders?
Our students right now, the whole school is using a program called Lexia, which is a reading program, and it's based on the student's level. It's a really good intervention for students who are still working on their phonics skills. That's mainly what we use it for during reading, but I also have some reading apps where the students can read a book aloud, or the iPad will read it to them. And there's a lot of math apps that I use as well, such as for fact practice or money and time. But pretty much our whole grade level uses the same apps in our classrooms.
That's kind of neat. Now, how do you said like each grade level has its own, I guess, criteria or technology that they have available in the classroom. What do you notice is the atmosphere of the school as far as the teacher's attitude towards using this technology in administration? Do they encourage it? Is it a countywide policy, or is the school that you're in sort of a pioneer for using technology in the classroom?
Um, the district I work in is all about innovation and technology, and so it's a big push for teachers to use it. And I think there's a lot of positive comments from teachers. They enjoy it. They like using the technology. They've done a lot of training with us. So when I first arrived, we had just initiated the iPad. So I got a lot of training on how to use the iPads and how to set them up for students, which was wonderful. And I think since the teachers have the training on the products, it makes it much easier to use in the classroom because they know how to use them. And the students, they are they're they do a great job using them because they've been taught how to use them.
Do students get to bring their own devices in, or does everybody have just the assigned devices that the school has?
Just the assigned devices. Now, our fifth graders that have the one-to-one, they're able to take it home because they have to do homework assignments on it. And they also, I have a daughter that's in 5th grade, and so they use it sometimes to record movies. If they do like a social studies project, then they'll video themselves giving like a news report, and they get to share that in front of the class. They like that.
So what's been the hardest thing, for teachers? What's probably been the hardest thing for them to do, wrapping their minds around all of it? Is it just understanding how to use the devices themselves, or all the things that the different apps and the different programs that you can do with the iPad?
I think, well, it's been a little overwhelming when we first started, but we have an iPad coach, and she comes in once a month and does classes. And so you can ask your questions and say, look, I'm having a hard time with this or that. And I think that's been the best thing, is to have a coach that can come in and help us when we have problems. And she's there by email as well, so you can email her at any point when you're having a problem. So that's been really nice too.
I need her email because I need a coach.
And another thing I wanted to tell you, another type of technology I'm using in my classroom this year that I've never used before, is I'm using a program called MobyMax.com, and it's my students do all their homework on MobyMax, and this was my first year to use it, and I didn't know if I would like it. Parents were not sure they would like it, and now after doing it for the whole year, parents love it.
So
they do all of their math and all of their reading online.
MobyMax.
And the kids can send me, they'll send me a message and say, I'm going to read a chapter book tonight instead of the MobyMax reading. Because the MobyMax reading, they read a passage and they have to answer like 5 comprehension questions about the passage. And sometimes they'll just send me a little message and say, I'd rather read my chapter book tonight. And I'm fine with that. I'm very flexible if they'd rather read than do their MobyMax reading. That's